Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready?
The man coming off a washout 2021, it's Travis Etienne. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll throw this out wide and complete it to Ridley. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Here's Lawrence to throw. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here, because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands. The magic going.
Now the NFL's leading rusher in 2021, Jonathan Taylor. And this is going to be a Colts first down as the tackle made just shy of the 30.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Back to Taylor on first down. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. The Colts at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They run once more with Taylor. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. This defense for the Jags, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. First down, how to throw. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Running left, Taylor. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 50 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Left side, he finds Pierce. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. On the counter, it's Taylor. It'll be a gain of 4, but it'll bring us now to a 3rd and goal. Powell, 3rd and goal. Caught on the slant. Touchdown, Colts. Michael Pittman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
When you give up a long touchdown drive, you're looking for a silver lining. In this case, it's the fact that your offense had a chance to rest, and now they can come out in the field charged up and ready to go.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So, Charles, you look at this offense, so what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And taken right on the 30. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's a heck of an effort from Josh Allen getting in there defensively.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end, because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going? Crashed down inside and tackled him for a loss.
Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
After 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jaguars are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the 1st down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. On play action, Lawrence. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Colts are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it's second down. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. To throw again on second down. Howell. This one completes Alec Pierce. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor, and they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. On 4th down, Matt Araiza is sent on to punt. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a fair catch is taken here a step or two inside the 45-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now on 2nd and 13, Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. These two teams, division rivals, of course, and you remember back to Week 18 last year. Although Colts fans don't want to remember back to Week 18 last year. The Colts needed a win, and the Jags, they were kind of looking ahead to 2022. But the 2-win Jags came up with one of the shockers of the season. They stunned the Colts 26-11 in Jacksonville, and that loss ultimately kept Indianapolis home for the playoffs. Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away.
Pressure on them, defense.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Pierce. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
So So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. A couple of first downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Tackled there by Rayshawn Jenkins. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Second and 7. This time they'll throw it with Howell. Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 35. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Howell. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. Just his 2nd incompletion so far is 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And his kick is absolutely perfect. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. They got his man, complete. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Lawrence will throw. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They give him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
This offense was on the move. Now two straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
First and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. First and goal. Lawrence on the sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Trevor Lawrence in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jaguars are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis with the Colts on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 92 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. A tremendous pursuit that time for the middle linebacker position. He had to cover a lot of ground to get in and make that play.
And as a running back, you've got to be saying, where did he come from? He covered a lot of ground in a short amount of time, and he was able to stop his man before he got back to the line of scrimmage.
Again, it's Taylor. Well, he's got some breathing room. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Howell, he'll look to throw it. He'll check this one down to Taylor. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Well, he's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And he's got it. Touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Colts take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point attempt here still to come. It's good to make it 17-7. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They make their second half debut here. Things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Here's Lawrence. The pass complete to Ingram on the crossing route. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
But give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
On first down, Lawrence. He's going to look deep down the field. And this one is incomplete.
But we saw that he had a lot of success last week throwing the football, but that hasn't translated to this week. But with his team behind, I don't expect him to back off. I expect him to keep firing.
Third quarter here in Indy. This is 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence. He'll complete this to Ingram, his tight end. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. ETN up the middle. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now Lawrence to throw. He'll air this one out for Kirk. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk, 48 yards. And the Jaguars have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance. Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Second down. Howell now. Open receiver here. Complete. It's Parker. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
To the right side, this is Taylor. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will see. Back now in Indianapolis. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Second down, another run with Taylor. Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 128 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 9. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Throwing here, Howell. Over the middle, hauled in by Pierce. And he's going to be brought down. He needed to get to the 20, but he's a yard or 2 short. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that's going to bring up the 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Taylor. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And he stopped immediately there. Tackle made by Devin Lloyd, the linebacker. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him. An incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Catch made here by Campbell. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. Try to punch it in with Taylor. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
They'll run here with Taylor. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, break it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. This is caught. Touchdown, Colts. Devontae Parker, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts will add to their 4th quarter lead. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Hey, Will!
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Jamal Agnew, 28 yards. And the Jaguars have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. They do tack on the extra point as well. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he's going to be taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Give for Taylor running right side. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They run once more with Taylor. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to fourth down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The Colts send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. The Colts send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. On the return, here's Agnew. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros.
Let's go.
Final shot now for Lawrence. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.